IVM.
Namaskar, dear friend. My name is Ashish Vidyarthi, and good to see you here on Begin the Journey. Retreat. Can't move forward, have to retreat. And this retreat is something which I hate to do. Isn't it true for each one of us that there are times that headway that we are expecting isn't there? In fact, we hit roadblocks. These roadblocks, absolutely insurmountable. We have to change course. We have to retreat. This retreat is interesting because we know that we are making that retreat. Others also probably remind us, no longer are you doing it. Okay. Did not work out. Acha, what went wrong? No, I understand, yaar. The situation is like this everywhere. Whatever be the situation like, one thing is clear, that anything that our mind says and thinks as a retreat is a mental retreat that we have gifted ourselves. Retreat in a way, funnily, is saying that I actually lost it, my friend. And then you try and intellectualize it and say, look, retreat is part of the game. I want you to alter this conversation slightly. That's how I look at this conversation. Consider for a moment, this life is only about movement. It's about kinetics. It is about continuous and onward movement, and the direction of that can be altered. Consider for a moment, if you look that you are at any point only moving from A to B to B to C and C to D, and each one of these points, A, B, C, D, are spatially put wherever they are. The only thing that matters, dear friend, is your movement. Imagine that when we judge the movement, that is when something is considered a surrender or a moving ahead or stopping. As I start looking at my life as one of continuous movement, then I am making choices each day. There have been periods in my life that I have said no to films that I did not want to. And there have been times when I've had to say yes to films that I did not want to, just because I had to. And then in my mind, was I making a surrender? Yes, of course. I felt, oh gosh, I'm surrendering to this. I'm just doing it because I find no other way ahead. And then I took a pause and looked back at my life. My life has equal measure of what I considered surrender and what I considered retreat. And as I look back upon my life, I noticed something very interesting. My life is an equal measure. Parts when I was thinking that I was winning, and parts when I was thinking that I was retreating. But when I look back, I see each thing as part of a progression. There was a period of time when I wasn't getting interesting roles in Hindi, and I started working in films down south. I know and I remember clearly people telling me, so Ashish, you started working in language films, huh? Language films. Arey yaar, people come to Bombay to work and you are going away from Bombay to work. I knew that people were considering that to be a retreat. Even I was considering that to be a retreat at times. But then I discovered over the years that everything that I've gotten, the very fact that I'm alive still, is thanks to that move of mine. Retreat? No way. I had opened up new vistas for myself in that period. Dear friend, look at yourself. Yes, there are challenges that you are experiencing at your work. Maybe in relationships. Maybe in something which is very, very dear and close to you. But you just wonder, why am I not making a headway? You are moving, dear friend. It just seems to you that you are not getting the results that you want with the actions that you are taking. Remember, every action that we take has a result. Some of those results we may not like in the short term. But how do you know that, my friend? You never know. You never know that those steps that you are taking will somehow add up in the longer run. As I look at my life each day, I have started strengthening my day by saying that I am in movement. I am trying out new things. I thought that I will discover for myself the world of audio. Yes, I'm trying that. Yes, there are periods in which I was locked out. What did I do when I was locked out or locked down? I continued moving. It seemed that I was losing out on things. It seemed. But even in that losing out, I chose to gain things. And those things are with me as I journey. Dear friend, look at life as a journey. A very, very interesting journey. And in this journey, each day you are taking some steps. Don't look at it spatially. Look at it in terms of your life. And as each day you are taking steps, remember each of those steps count. Yes, they count. It's not a forward or a backward. It's not a winning and a surrender. It's not an attack or a retreat. It is only movement. Give honor to the movement that you are making in your life. Give honor to the tasks that you're doing each day. Give honor to the day that you live and make a difference to your own life. Remember, dear friend, honor yourself. Honor yourself by giving honor to the choices that you're making. That job that probably you have taken, which is probably giving you less money, remember, it is not a question of less or more money. It is what you need to do at this moment. As we honor the stuff that we are doing at this very moment, it makes this moment great. In the long run, I promise you, it will add up. Because this moment cannot be judged by virtue of what you used to do or what you wanted to do. What is there is this inevitable moment. Let's make the most of it. Remember, in life, you are in movement. The only question that I want you to ask yourself is, are you honoring that moment? Are you honoring the movement that you are taking today? Honor your movement, dear friend. Remember, each one of these actions are part of a larger movement called your life. And who will honor your life if not you? Al Shukran Bandhu, Al Shukran Zindagi. Thank you for joining me on Begin the Journey. Let's honor the movement of our life.
I hope you enjoyed that show. If you aren't following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I'd like to thank our sponsors on the network this week, Siet Tires and the Whole Truth Foods. We really appreciate the support. So this week, tune into This Round is on Me with Gauri Devidyal. She invited Sonal Holland, India's only master of wine, and they discussed the goodness and business of wine, the pros and cons of being women in the hospitality business, and motherhood. On The Traveling Professor, Siddharth Deshmukh looks at evolution of search and wonders how voice search might change things yet again. On Advertising is Dead, Varun Dugirala featured Anirudh Singla of Pepper Content. He shared his perspective on the term content and how he sees it going forward. On Storytellers and Storysellers, Vinny spoke to Ayushman Sinha, head of Represent, a music talent management agency. He spoke about life as a manager and about nurturing new talent and paving a progressive career path for them. On Cyrus Says, we had entrepreneur, businesswoman, and Ruckus Avenue radio host Alexandra Masur. They discussed ethnicity, life as Desi American, Seema Auntie's matchmaking show, and a lot of other fun stuff. Also, IVM has an hour every Sunday on the Ruckus Avenue Radio Network, a US-based radio station that caters to the South Asian community. It's available on Dash Radio, and you can catch the episodes on the IVM Likes feed every Monday. On The Habit Coach with Ashton Doctor, Ashton asks us to commit to sleep and prioritize it over every party, work deadline, or binge watch session, as it is a crucial time when the body slows down for maintenance and recovery. And with that, I hope to see you again next week.
Whether you're an established sports person or a budding one, or simply a sports enthusiast, join us, Tanvi and Shlok.
We are two passionate pro badminton players talking policy, mindset, and everything sport.
So tune in to The Millennial Athlete every Monday.
Only on the IVM Podcast Network.
Trust us, it's gonna be lit.
From uncensored and unfiltered chats with the who's who of the entertainment industry, I, Siddharth Kannan, bring you a very hardcore chat show called Candid Kannan. Tune in every Friday on the IVM Podcast app or wherever you get your podcasts.